The United States government is killing Christians in Nigeria because in 2024, the Congress admitted to funding Boko Haram through the U.S. aid.
Your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram.
Now, anybody that has a brain in their head knows that it's not just the U.S. aid that they're using to fund Boko Haram. So after admitting to funding the terrorist group that they claim is killing only Christians in Nigeria, only for them to turn back and say they're coming to save. How about stop funding them? I think it was last week they attacked a community. It was a Muslim community and they killed people there and took over the village. The United States government are the ones funding these people, which they've admitted to, only for them to say they're going to invade, they're going to... And to those of you supporting them, what is wrong with you? The same thing that was used to deceive your great-grandfather, your grandfather, your father, the same tactic is still being used. Is it that anybody in your family doesn't know how to pick up a book? In 2003, the United States government invaded Iraq. Before then, George Bush was telling everybody how Iraq wants to invade America, while they were convincing everybody that the Iraqi government are jealous of their freedom and they are oppressing the Iraqi people. So the slogan for them invading Iraq in 2003 was "Save Iraq," that they want to go and save the people of Iraq from their oppressive government. You went there to save the people. The American troops arrived in Iraq in the middle of the night and they detonated 10 bombs to 10 civilian locations, not even like the GRA, the poor people's side. They detonated 10 bombs in the middle of the night for people that didn't even know that anything was happening, because there was a video of Saddam Hussein laughing when he saw the video of George Bush saying Iraq wants to invade America, because as at the time of this event, their army was mostly ceremonial. They were not prepared for war, so they had no intentions. And in their head, they thought America was just talking that want to invade. They didn't know that Americans had planned to invade Iraq. And in less than 48 hours of the American troops reaching Iraq, they took 100% control of 2 of the biggest oil wells in Iraq. 100% control in less than 48 hours, to show you that their army was not even prepared for anything. And this is the playbook that they've used over and over and over again. Now they're talking about the Christians in Nigeria being attacked. Meanwhile, there's information out there admitted by the United States Congress that they're the ones funding these terrorist groups. Niger Delta is a Christian state. It has more Christians there. And it has oil. They're going there because Dangote refinery is now taking food from their table. As you guys know, no Western country can function without resources from Nigeria. That's why the Kissinger report exists. And I made a video about the Kissinger report where he said the resources in Nigeria must not benefit the Nigerian people. Now, with the Dangote refinery processing the Nigerian fuel and the Nigerian government looking to commission other refineries as well, they're taking food away from the Americans because they're not self-sustaining. They rely on wars to feed. That's why they're trying to invade. They are invading because Nigeria is trying to take control of some of its natural resources. And to those of you in the comment section cheering them on, they're going to start with you, because when they come, they don't attack the rich, they attack the poor, the extremely poor. Those are the people they attack. Pick up a book, for God's sake, so that you will know the playbook that these people have been using. They've not changed anything. It's the same strategy. They say, oh, they're killing people here, we want to go and help. Look at what's happening in Sudan. Blood trails can be seen all the way from satellites. Blood trails can be seen in Sudan. They are executing people. The videos are online. Go and look at those videos to give you an insight of what they're coming to do to you, whether you're a Christian or a Muslim. Because at the end of the day, you are black, and these people do not care about you as long as you're black. They don't even care about their own people. They've been robbing them. Even if you buy a house, you buy land in America, now you will still be paying. You can't plant your own crops. If you try it, they will arrest you for planting crops from the seed that you got from your own land. You will get arrested for it. You have to pay. You have to buy seed. They did this by convincing the American people that you guys are superior. So those ones, they were stuck on, oh, we are superior. Meanwhile, they were robbing them. So they don't even, this group of 1%, they don't even care about anybody. If the American government is actually serious, they will look at what's happening in Sudan. People are being killed. But the people that are involved in what's happening in Sudan is the United States, Israel, and the United Arab Emirates. These are the three countries that are happening. As a matter of fact, Dubai's gold just increased in the last 1 year by a whopping 29% of the genocide happening in Sudan in just 1 year. These people do not care about you. If you like tattoo cross on your head, all they see is black. And in case you didn't know, black people were not allowed in church. They even did black Bible. They did Bible. Eventually, when they started allowing black people to have access to Christianity, they had to do a special Bible for black people. I honestly don't know why there's so many daft people around here. This is why these people have the audacity to open their mouth and say black people are dumber than every other race. Because what is this? How can they use the same tactic that was used on 5 generations ago, 6 generations ago? The same tactic, nothing has changed, and in 2025 they're using the same tactic and it's working. Why wouldn't they say black people are stupid? We don't have the ability to govern ourselves and shit like that. Why wouldn't they say that? Somebody pick up a book. I beg you people. You don't even need to pick up too many books to see that it's a playbook and nothing has changed.
When a world leader says he might invade your country to save your people, how does that make you feel as a Nigerian? Let's talk about that. In the heart of Nigeria's many crises, from bandit raids to Boko Haram terror to farmer-herder clashes, we've seen bloodsheds, displacements, and fear across regions and religions. And now, a statement by Donald Trump suggesting a Christian genocide in Nigeria, with threats of US military action if the government doesn't act. The question is this really about Christians only? Or is there a deeper game at play? Now, Trump claimed Nigeria's Christians face an existential threat, said he was ready to go guns a-blazing if the unaliving continues. His words hit hard. He said, if Nigeria's government continues to allow the unaliving of Christians, the USA will immediately stop all aids and may very well go in guns a-blazing. And on the flip side, the Nigerian government under Bola Ahmed Tinubu responded immediately. They said, the characterization of Nigeria as a religiously intolerant country does not reflect our national reality. Our administration is committed to protecting citizens of all faiths. So, which version holds more truth? Yes, many Christian communities have been attacked. It's a fact. But experts cautioned, the violence in Nigeria is not only religious. Over 90% of victims of certain groups are Muslims living in the north. And many attacks cut across religions, ethnicity, and regions. And when narratives label one group as the only victim, we risk ignoring the majority, the many communities left out of the spotlight, and we risk being manipulated. This increased focus between US and Nigeria is happening at a time when Nigeria is becoming an oil exporting powerhouse, expanding its strategic, value. And when Dangote Refinery just announced that they are planning to increase their production from 650,000 barrels per day to 1.5 million barrels per day. The Christian genocide narrative escalated after high-level visits, diplomatic shifts, and media campaigns. A potential military mission and cutting of aid raises the stakes for Nigeria's sovereignty, for its security forces, and for ordinary people trying to live. If you are chairing a foreign military, rescue, ask yourself, when the bombs fall, will you hold a sign that reads, I'm a Christian and therefore I'm safe or I'm exempted? Let's demand real security, not just for one group, but for every Nigerian. Let's ask, are our leaders protecting us all or choosing sides? Nigerians, regardless of faith, deserve electrified homes, safe roads, fair livelihood, and respect, not external threats masquerading as salvation. So, here's your moment of reflection. If next week, jets fly over Nigeria and bombs target escape routes, guns are blazing, will we say, I'm a Christian, they will protect me? Or will we say, we all are Nigerians and this affects us all? Because the truth is, this is not about saving Christians. It's not about one religion. It's about power. It's about narrative. It's about who controls your security and who decides your fate. If you believe someone else will fight your war, you've already lost it. Be aware, be engaged, because external saviors often arrive with their own agendas. And what you wish for could be more than what you bargain for. This is Mr. Abdul Riaz.
Now that we have your attention, will you act or will you let us be invaded? For years we have cried out to the Nigerian government, take our lives seriously, but somehow other things have always seemed more urgent. Our children die in the arms of their mothers. Our men disappear on the roads to nowhere. We have begged for safety, not sympathy, for action, not awareness. And now, because of a threat, a tweet, the world suddenly listens. But tell me, will you finally act now that someone else's microphone has amplified our pain in a way that is not desirable? Or will you, as always, wait for another tragedy to trend before remembering your people? Let me be clear. This is not a Christian issue. It is not a Muslim issue. Nigeria bleeds from both sides of her faith. When I say the North, I am not talking about Muslims. The North is also home to Christians, to traditional believers, to people of every creed and calling, and the North has suffered deeply. Boko Haram, banditry, abductions, terrorism, hunger, but so has the South. Oil bunkering in the Niger Delta, separatists, movements, ritual killings, cult violence, kidnappings. Every corner of this country carries its own scar. This is not a religious war. I repeat, this is not a religious war. It is a human one, and we are all under siege. I come from a family that holds both the cross and the crescent in the same embrace. We do not fight each other. We protect one another. And that is the Nigeria I know. A country of shared meals and mixed prayers. A place where brother and sister are not religious titles, but human ones. To those celebrating the US cares, ask yourself, when has their intervention ever been swift or sweet? When has it ever left peace instead of pieces? History reminds us that what often comes wearing the robes of rescue hides the interest of power underneath. We cannot let our sovereignty be traded for sympathy. We cannot let foreign attention dictate our reality. If they truly cared, they would have cared before now, when thousands were dying off the cameras without the politics of pity. This is the time to stand together, Muslim, Christian, North and South, not to turn against one another. Let us not let the world define our pain through the narrow lens of their interests. Nigeria's unity is not for negotiation. Our peace is not a pawn. And if the world insists on watching, then please, I beg you, my fellow citizens, let them watch us rise together. Yeah, rise together. I repeat, this is not a religious war. It is a human one.